Hey guys, Razor here, or somebody. Today I want to talk about something I'm sure many of you know about. Today we got a big update about Steam and a huge change in the future of Steam, and I'm gonna talk about that in a second. But first, I want to introduce someone who's gonna be talking with me today about Steam. She is in my party. She is my poop mage. Her name is Samantha. There she is over there.
Hello, it's Sam, and I'm definitely far more deserving than the poop mage status.
Diarrhea mage, it is then.
Oh my goodness.
That's a good combination of both poop class and chaos class. But anyway, I'm sure many of you know about Steam. Steam is the product of Gabe Newell, who owns the big and awesome corporation Valve, who is probably one of the few corporations and companies out there who are gamer friendly. Now, as you may have heard of, Steam Greenlight, which has been around for a long time. Steam Greenlight is responsible for a lot of indie games and just games in general for existing, pretty much, which is cool because it allows there to be more creative content in the gaming industry than just the regular cookie cutter Call of Duties that are out there. Now, Steam Greenlight allowed anyone from just a small company of game developers to the guy in his garage just coding away at his Windows 95, hopefully not that old computer. But it allowed all these people to get games out there for you, but the way it worked was they'd have to pay a $100 fee, and then they could get their game on the Steam Greenlight, which would allow people to vote on it, and if they voted yes, the game would be on Steam. However,
Yay, democracy!
yes, democracy. It sounds good, but it usually isn't.
Right.
And in this example, it's true again. The thing is, this allowed people to get their game on Steam, but it allowed people to put whatever they wanted on Steam as long as they had $100. And if they put something on Steam, they could run a Kickstarter campaign, make a ton of money on it using the exposure from Steam, get money from Kickstarter and just not make the game or something.
And
Or, go on.
Really, when you think about it, $100 isn't that much, especially when you're trying to put your product out. You know, the starter. Worst case scenario, sell a little bit of your own stuff for $100.
Johnny Guitar could sell food stamps and
Right.
then have Steam Greenlight. But the thing is, yeah, people could just profit off just all the exposure from Steam and even get it approved and just not make the game, and there wasn't much repercussion for them other than just the bad publicity.
Right.
But Steam is changing that. Steam Greenlight is gone, and this has been known for quite a while now, like months for now. They're going to replace it with something called Steam Direct. Now, the thing is, most people have been freaking out because for a while Steam was saying, you know, we want to keep the individuals from putting games on Steam that are just scams for money, so we're going to make them pay anywhere between $500 and $5,000 to put a game on Steam. Now that sounds good, but the issue is that's going to keep a lot of game developers out who are literally living off Hot Pockets and ramen noodles and just working on their computer to try and get a game out there, and this game could go big and make them money, but it's keeping them out from putting their game on Steam because who has $5,000 per game just to see if it maybe gets approved?
I agree, and I mean, there's verification that they're requiring now as well. Who knows what that is yet? I don't think that they would intend to add like any extra fees on top of that outside of their announced 100.
That's the thing. They just announced today that the fee is actually going to be $100, which is awesome. So that means that Valve actually cares. Now, most people may be thinking, so what changed? Well, the thing that mainly changed was that with Steam Direct, you have to pay the $100 again just to get in there and get approved. But you also have to file tax paperwork to prove that you actually have a legitimate business that you care about. Even if it's you made no money, you have to still have it filed.
They said company or personal tax. So I'm assuming if you know, it's probably aimed more towards small developers. Like small companies that are starting out, but that also could leave out, you know, the guy that's working on something in his garage. I mean, sorry guy, but where he's like, oh, my first game, you know, I really want to get it out there, and exactly like you mentioned earlier, people living off of Hot Pockets. It makes it a little bit more difficult for them to put it out. But I mean, there's pros to that as well, specifically to avoid the scams with the, you know, 1 cent buy here, you know, and there. But quality as well, because there's been games out there that have a fantastic trailer just to lure you in, and once you actually are able to start playing it, they're absolute garbage. You've wasted your money.
That's part of the scam. that they run to try and get the money. So that's good. It seems that Valve is actually still being gamer friendly, which is awesome. So now people have to file all this identification, which also leads me to believe that there might be some kind of fees or fines or something if they do just try and do some kind of non-serious rip-off, crappy, not cool thing.
Yeah.
So it shows that if anyone who's tripping about Steam Direct, you could relax and chill, because the fee is still going to be awesome and allow indie developers and new people to introduce new and awesome content into the gaming industry. But at the same time, Steam is going to make sure that this stuff is legitimate. However, there is one other issue I want to talk about, and that is with Steam Direct. They're not going to have, from what I understand, I don't think Steam has said this, but they more or less have said it in the roundabout way. They're not going to do the voting system anymore. If someone's legitimate, they're going to allow their game to be on Steam, and if it doesn't sell, they'll pull it. But if it sells, then it sells. So that sounds good, and it kind of is, but that means that Steam is going to be full of a lot more games now. They're all going to probably be serious games, but there's going to be a lot more content on there now, because anyone can upload something as long as they're serious about it and it meets certain content. So that's where Steam's going to make Steam curators, who are supposed to make sure and monitor that all this stuff is, again, legitimate on another level, but also that people are actually liking the game and it's getting good publicity. Steam curators are going to be able to do more abilities, which you can see for yourself in the article link below. There's a few things they can do. And not only that, but Steam is going to try and tailor the online store to kind of know what kind of stuff you look for and what games you like, and at the same time introduce new stuff, so that way it works better.
Yeah, well, and with the new requirements, I'm sure it's going to come more efficiency within the company, leaving them possibly to even work on other projects.
Oh, the guinea pigs are making noises.
Yeah.
So that's good. So I mean, this just seems like good news. Everyone was worried about Steam, which is one of our last pillars of salvation and honor in the gaming industry. Big giants like EA, who are just trying to rape everyone with microtransactions and pay-to-wins, and they just punch your grandma in the face and take her purse and say, hey, this is DLC now. It's annoying. So thank you, Steam. The only way you could be cooler, Valve, is if you made Half-Life 3, but whatever.
Right, efficiency, you never know, it could take you there.
Yeah, well, Valve pretty much has anything they want at this point. They're just teasing us by not giving us Half-Life 3. It wouldn't surprise me if Valve had something on the moon for absolutely no reason. But anyway, this is the whole purpose of the video. I want to know what you guys think about this news. Are you happy to hear this, or are you not even that surprised? Do you think it's bad not having the voting system? Do you think anything about Steam Direct is bad? I think it's good, but I'd like to hear your opinion, and in the next future videos, I might feature your comment. And if you liked this video and it didn't make your head melt, just make sure you like and hit that share button so we can create an awesome community of peoples and things. And, as always, thank you for watching. My poop mage thanks you as well.
Oh, yes, great, thanks.